starting right now until November 28th, every video on this channel is going to be getting both of these bikes ready for the ride I have coming up. If you don't know about the ride that we're doing, stay tuned till the end and I'll tell you about all the details and I'll give you like the flyer for it and all that stuff. Either way, let's address what we're doing right now. We're gonna take these back shocks, we're gonna take them off and repaint them. At some point we might repaint the exhaust. There's some spacers up here as well as the risers possibly that I want to repaint. I want to tint the forks. And then there's a few other mechanical things that I want to do to the bike, but we're not going to address those today. Today is just paint. Ooh, let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna need a security Torx bit, and I think this is a 12 millimeter? We'll find out. So while I'm moving this over here, I want to talk to everybody who's new to the channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. My name is Aaron. Probably should show my face, right? This is our 2014 Yamaha Bolt. We have customized pretty much the entire thing. I've got a tuner that we put on it. I took it off because it had some issues. It's crazy because this thing was a bone stock, green tank, like super bone stock. But now it looks completely different. And this bike right here is a 2000 Dyna FXDX Super Glide. Really cool bike. It's got a Bassani exhaust, Thrash and Supply foot pegs, Thrash and Supply risers, upgraded headlight. We picked up this crash bar like last week, I think. An Elite Mototech clutch lever, which is super nice. That thing is crisp. Just a little bit of stuff done. We're gonna be working on this another day. I got a broken down Honda Rebel right here. It does run, but I need a new tube for the front and probably rebuild the carb and change the oil, all the fluids and all that crap. This I'm not even going to talk about because it's not worth my time. Right, 17. Seems about right. Oh. Also, sorry about the wind noise, guys, from the fan and the air conditioner. I don't want to shut off the fan because the mosquitoes are really bad out right now. Wow, I dented this side from crashing. Also, huge shout out to I'm Finally Cool, Kyle. Super cool guy. He sent me out these shocks for free and literally sent me a bunch of stickers and all this other stuff. Really, really cool guy. He hangs out with a shade tree surgeon. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Kyle's gonna be coming to the ride that we'll be doing on the 28th of November, and I'm really, really happy he's able to make it out. I was really hoping a lot of Yamaha Bolt guys would show up, and I didn't really give anybody more than a month heads up, so I didn't think it was a good chance that he would come out, but he's making it, which is really, really freaking awesome. So the reason I put a block of wood down here is because the shocks are inevitably going to drop the tire when they're off. And if you put a block of wood underneath there, it helps out a lot with getting the shocks off because there's not as much pressure on them. There we go, there's the top. There's the bottom. All right, cool. One side off, next side. If you guys are looking for an install video or a how-to to remove the stock shocks on your Bolt, dang it, man, I'm always losing stuff. I'm gonna leave the link up in the corner right here, wherever I leave it. That'll give you all the details on how to do that. And we replaced these, and I think I have another video replacing them, some other ones, but yeah, that video will give you all the information that you need to know about removing them. Stuff like this bit right here, what that is, and why you need it. Oh, man! Every time I take off those shocks, I'm like, holy crap, that looks clean. Looks like those new M8 Softails. Now that we got the shocks over here, what I'm gonna do is, I'm tired of this chrome. I liked it before, but I'm going for a different feel on the bike. So I'm gonna make these a different color. I'm going to first scuff up the chrome because I don't think it'll take the paint very well, but I want it to take as well as it can. I know the springs will probably lose the paint after a little while, but it's worth doing. And number 2 is done. All right, let's get these washed off real quick. Oh, I'm kind of zoomed in there. Let's get these washed off real quick and throw some paint on them. So here's my elegant way of painting them. Not bad, but definitely not perfect. Now listen, are these performance shocks? Absolutely not. And at some point, I do hope to get a pair of performance shocks for the Bolt, but that day's not today. I just need to get this thing looking clean for the ride. I know this thing's a clappy wagon, but I don't want to show up with some unpainted clappy wagon. Pop this out. Go ahead and tell you guys about the ride. So on the 28th of November, and if you guys are watching this a year from now, not 2022, 2021, we're gonna be doing a ride in Florida. So we'll be starting in St. Cloud, going out to Melbourne. It's about an hour drive, and we're going to a restaurant called Billy's. but I'm super stoked about it because I've invited all of the people in Florida that I know that ride motorcycles. So we're gonna have a diverse array of bikes, ton of Yamaha bolts. The address I'll leave in the flyer at the end. We're gonna be doing contests. You can win merch from Bolt Headz. I think shirts, stickers, and a couple other things from Bolt Headz. Vital Ventures is also another sponsor. He's really awesome as well. Sweatshirt, shirt, merch from him. And then I think we have a couple other companies. I'll announce more along the way as we get closer to November 28th. I'm gonna be giving you guys a ton of stuff, so just show up and you'll have a great time. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you guys, and I'm just looking forward to hanging out and riding. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. It's just like a straight shot all the way to Melbourne, so we'll be able to do some wheelies out there. It's like back roads. But if you don't want to wheelie and you just want to ride, that's totally fine. We're gonna have everything from a BMW sport bike all the way to a Harley Davidson. Hang out, have some drinks, have some food, just hang out with us. So Tardy Productions ride, Billy's Beach run, wear a Hawaiian shirt if you can. If you don't have a Hawaiian shirt, I don't care. But if you can wear a Hawaiian shirt, I think it'd be hilarious. 30 people riding to the beach in Hawaiian shirts. Looking forward to the ride, looking forward to meeting all you guys, but let's get back to the bike. Awesome. Dude, black was the way to go. Holy crap, that made him look new. Yeah, let me get a light over here so you can actually see them. Like I said, they're not performance shocks, which I would love to have, but they're definitely cool. So I'm gonna call it a night real quick just because it got so late so quickly. I'm gonna pick this back up in the morning, so I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds and we'll get onto the front forks. All right, Josiah, what are you doing today? Homework.
Website design. It's not my homework.
Want to talk about Red Lotus?
Website should be ready soon, and then you can go and support the cause.
I actually have a shirt right here that they can look at. All right, but we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah. Yeah.
There'll be more to come. All right. Get out of here. Go do your homework. Onward! Boom, baby. We're almost all black. Pretty nice. Looks a whole lot better. They almost look like new shocks. It's funny because I was gonna buy a pair that looked similar to this. I actually think I bent them. I don't know, they seemed like bent for some reason. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I ramp over the speed bumps all the time, so it's not like these things are new either. This, let's get it to focus, there we go. This is some DIY, well it's not DIY, it's just tint for a car. See, instead of painting the front forks, we're gonna tint them. All right, so it's 7 inches that I need for the top cut. So guys, all I'm doing is I'm measuring 5 inches for the circumference of the tube, and then I'm doing I'm gonna cut the strip, and then I'm gonna measure 7 inches, which is gonna be the top of the top part of the triple trees of the fork tubes, and then we're gonna do 4 inches for the bottom, and I'm gonna get a fork sock. But first I need to cut this. That's cut. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut 7 inches out of this. All right. That's a little bit short. Is the width right? Yeah, the width is right. Okay, well there's a little bit of a gap on top here, so I may redo this one entirely, but I cut this one a little bit better. So let's try out this other fork, and then we'll go from there, because if this one still has a space, then I'm just gonna leave it. Alrighty, so I'm unsure of exactly when it happened, but the battery died. Here's where we're at. I'm gonna redo this fork because this is just not gonna cut it. It's not the quality that I'd like, even though the bike is a little clap wagon. I'm not going to leave that like that because this side turned out so well, but I want to get this side cleaned up. So let's peel this off real quick. And now that we've got that off, let's redo it. Dang it. Ah. So much better. I'm happy I redid it because it's super clean now. Super clean. It's just honestly just as good as this side. Little bit of a gap at the top there, but nobody's gonna notice that. All right, let's finish up the bottom part of this fork and then we're moving on because this looks like it's out of focus. And all that's left to do is the bottom section of this fork. So, woo, that looks good. Let me pull it out into the sun so you guys can get a better look. Ooh, man, this thing looks clean. All right, so shocks are finished. They look good. Well, as good as they're gonna look. Front forks are finished. So my original plan was to keep these risers silver, but at this point, everything else is blacked out, and I think that that is a little bit off-putting, especially next to the tank. It's not, if it was chrome, I would leave it, but it's not chrome. It's like polished aluminum with clear coat on it. Alright, got them all painted, put a clear coat over top of them, so they're looking pretty shiny. Alright, let's get them on the bike. So I left the riser caps raw, which, you know, I was gonna paint them, but I think I kind of like the way it like caps off the bottom and the top with silver. Really changes the front end of the bike. Alrighty guys, I apologize for the wind, but I think that's gonna do it for today. We got everything blacked out, so next episode I'm probably gonna bleed the brake fluid and do a couple other things, but be on the lookout. November 28th, we're doing the ride. This is all prep for that ride, so everything we're doing on the channel until November 28th, aside from a few distracting things, is gonna be about the ride. So clear out your schedule for the 28th and be ready to ride out to the beach. We're gonna have some hot dogs, some drinks, do our thing. It'll be pretty fun. So there will be a lot of prizes. We have 3 companies right now that are giving forth prizes, but I hope to see you guys there. I'm Aaron, this is Tardy Productions. The bike looks awesome. See you guys next week.
Why are you running from me? Why are you running?